Now that we have our bearings, let's try recording something from scratch. Select another empty rhythm slot and open up the rhythm editor. I'm going to work on variation 1 first, but I'll need to configure a few things since I'm starting fresh this time. Press registration 8 and you'll end up in the rhythm settings menu with element being the first option. Press enter and you'll be able to set the length and time signature of the currently selected pattern, which will be 4 bars of 4/4 time for me. Exit back to the main editor screen and select the part you want to record first. I recommend starting off with the drums so you have something to help you stay on beat while you record the other tracks. If I hit tone while I have track 2 selected, it'll automatically take me to the drum kit category of the tone list. I'm a pretty cool guy, so you know I'm going to use that hip hop set. If you look along the front edge of the keybed, you'll notice that the drum sounds assigned to each key are labeled for your reference. With your desired tone selected, press the record stop button and you'll enter record standby mode. We don't have anything recorded yet, so the display shows empty. Long press the record stop button and the recording settings will pop up, allowing you to enable the metronome, a 1 or 2 measure precount, and varying levels of quantization. By default, the metronome is on and you'll get a 1 measure precount, so I'll leave those settings alone. But I'm no master keyboard drummer, so I'm definitely going to need some help from quantization to stay on beat. I'm going to make it easy on myself and only record the rim snare and the clap on the first pass. For the second time through, I'll add in the ride cymbal. Finally, the kick drum and the hi-hats. Thanks to the magic of quantize, that actually sounds pretty good, but on second thought I think I want to take out that kick drum on the downbeat of the 4th measure. Fortunately, the rhythm recorder has a spot clear function, so I don't have to clear out the whole track just to fix one note. During recording, hold down the second registration button to enable spot clear, then press and hold the key that corresponds to the note you want to erase. Once you've erased the mistake, quickly let go of the key to avoid erasing notes you want to keep. Now let's record the bass line using the same process. One very important thing to keep in mind when you're recording the melodic parts on tracks 3 through 8 is that in order to maintain maximum compatibility with the chord detection features, you must record these parts in the key of C. This does not mean that your rhythm will always be played back in the key of C. Obviously that would be a huge limitation. Like I mentioned earlier, when auto accompaniment is enabled, the keyboard will detect the chords you play and transpose the rhythm accordingly based on that chord. However, when the CTX 3000 performs this transposition, it assumes that whatever note data was recorded to the original rhythm was composed in the key of C. If you'd prefer not to record in the key of C, you can always transpose the keyboard before recording. This will allow you to input notes as if you were in a different key, even if the recorded data is still technically in C. Just make sure you don't forget to revert the transposition back to normal when you're finished. I'll just select a synth bass tone and jump right in. Once I end my recording, I'll be back in the rhythm editor like before, but if I hit play, I'll only hear the drum track until I enable accompaniment and play something to bring the other tracks back in. This is helpful if you want to see how your rhythm responds to chord play, but if not, it might be a bit inconvenient because part of the keyboard is being taken up for the chord control range. To get around this problem, engage record standby and then long press the accompaniment button until the icon starts to flash. This will enable rehearsal mode, which disables chord detection and allows you to loop all the tracks together when you press play. Long pressing the tone button will switch to the upper 1 instrument for further doodling. You can disable rehearsal mode and the audition tone by pressing the tone button again. Let's keep things moving and record an electric piano part on track 4. Now I'll finish up variation 1 with a cute little synth line on track 5. Now that all the recording is done, this is a good opportunity to open up the mixer and make fine adjustments to the balance and voice assignments before moving on. Once you've got everything dialed in for variation 1, I would recommend saving your progress so far just in case you want to revert back to this point later down the line. Now, I want my variation 2 to be mostly the same as variation 1, so I'll use that handy copy element function to duplicate the data and save some time. Keep in mind that the pattern you select before starting the copy process will be the destination for the copied data. I'll switch to variation 2 first, then select variation 1 as my source and perform the copy. For my new variation 2, let's keep things simple and just double the synth part with a different voice using the copy part function. I'll select the next empty track as my destination, then select track 5 as the source and confirm the copy. Now all I have to do is choose a new synth tone on track 6 and variation 2 is in the bag.